I don't got an intro for you niggas this week. I got my 3D.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk Real Talk. We back again in this piece. This is what, episode 7 now?
Is it 6?
6. I'm ahead. It's technically 7 because that one episode that never came out and never will.
Wow.
Yeah. OBS wanted to be a shitter, so there's a secret episode that no one will ever get.
ever here.
Unless you join that Patreon today.
Okay, relax. Relax. But anyways, y'all, it's your boy Genios. Hope everybody had a good week. So far, I'm not dying today. Last week I was sick. At the end of the episode, I almost had a coughing fit, but I held it off real nice and swell.
That boy
It's
died after that
Hey,
episode.
just know I'm living. I'm not dying no time soon. It's good to be back. As always, we got Lysha with me.
Ah, just know that I'm playing Mario Maker.
I mean, I was playing Kingdom Hearts last week while we were recording, so it's fine. And then we've got back with us again today, John.
Hello.
Like a
Uh,
father.
we
Huh?
wanted John here last week, but because of reasons he couldn't get in here. And then we had him on here 2 weeks ago, and there was a story we wanted him to tell to us, to you all. But because of reasons, he had to leave a little bit early. But we've brought him back. Why did you explain to the people why you left, John? Explain.
Look, I had eaten a bunch of chocolate earlier, and it was ready to pass. So I was trying my best to hold back the avalanche, but
The
I had to
avalanche.
go.
Kind of
I had
Rocky
to go.
Mountains. You got
Had
That
to
boy.
take care of that.
I
I had to
don't.
hit up that WC.
Okay.
Oh
But anyways, let's get the show rolling this week. I know there's something in particular we're gonna do with today's episode, but I feel like there's some other stuff that happened this week in pop culture related things that we will talk about first. Uh, the one thing I want to talk about in particular is I think 2 days ago or 3 days ago there was a more more or less people are believing that Chance is actually running for mayor of Chicago.
it's fucking lit.
If this is
Sorry.
true, which I hope it is true, I would love to see that happen. I think that would be the start of a movement in America, in the black community. And for all intents and purposes, for anybody that love a city, it makes sense if it was Chance to be the one to do that type of thing.
Yeah, I saw that Drake was gonna endorse him for his campaign or whatever, and Chance like it was a TMZ tweet, and then Chance quote tweeted it, and he mentioned Drake, and he said thank you, and that's when I was like, he running for mayor? Like what? What's happening here? So that would be great, honestly, because he's done a lot for the city of Chicago, and he gives back. I'm sure he still lives in Chicago. He's not one of those rappers have their time and then they just up and leave a city. So
But yeah, I think it'd be really nice to see. More importantly, though, if it did come, if this is all, of course, in theory, it may happen, it may not, but it would be nice to see if it did happen, if he became mayor, if he slowly worked his way up
nice
the governmental
president.
ladder. I'm trying to see Chance the Rapper in the Oval Office. I don't think I'm asking for too much. I'm actually trying to see Chance go in the Oval Office. I want to see it. I want to hear it. I'm trying to go to the inauguration and have Kurt Franklin in the background dabbing with me.
Okay.
No.
What's the
See, you said
problem?
that the other day, and I still don't agree with it. I don't.
What is the problem?
No, it's not okay. Cause I don't fuck with Kurt
I know
Franklin.
you don't. Okay, but can I have Tamala Man right there?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We can come to an accord on that though. But in other news of stuff happened this week, uh Well, I don't know if this was a thing that was talked about, but I don't know if it was true or not. So Kendrick
What?
pushed back the album a week, but I don't think he actually pushed it back. I just think the 7th was the day for pre-orders to go up.
I think the pre-orders was out before the 7th. It was supposed to drop yesterday, but
Yes.
they pushed it back to next week. Isn't it next week Friday?
Yes, they basically got pushed
Yeah.
back a whole week. So I
Uh,
know a lot of
it's not
people looking
bad.
forward to listening to it this week, but I ain't Chance, take your fucking time. Chance, Kendrick, take your fucking time.
Look at you.
I ain't look. They're easily my two favorite rappers right now, and I like them both for different reasons. But
You want to know who my favorite rapper is?
go ahead.
Shizzy.
I was gonna say that.
Oh my God. And see, the thing is, she's partially not lying. Like part of her is so serious, and it's insane. Like, oh my God, these
Okay,
shenanigans.
okay. I'm being dead ass though.
I know
But
you being dead ass.
and other okay, wait, I found the tweet. I know I had screenshotted it. But this week Pepsi Cola
Ah, yes.
decided that they was gonna release their little new and the campaign consisted of the only Kardashian Jenner sister that I really truly put up with other than Kimberly, Kendall. And she was seen all glammed up. And the glamour shot that she had, it reminded me of Beyonce in the Jealous video with the
Mhm.
blonde bob and the dark lip. It gave me Jealous vibes. And she whips off the wig. Well, no, there's a protest going on outside. And this guy looks at her and he gives her a little head nod, wipes off the lipstick. She hands the wig to a natural haired black woman and basically strips from the glamour, and she comes out. She appears to have no makeup on, like this jean outfit. And there's a line of cops, like almost like like squad team type, SWAT team type shit. And she hands one of the officers a Pepsi. And whatever they're protesting about, the Pepsi is supposed to be the white flag. That shit, like, it it shook the fuck out of Twitter. I'll tell you that much. Well, Black Twitter.
Yes, a lot of things. There are from and not just even black people, just in general. The premise of the commercial was from all sides have a Pepsi in the violence. That's what it basically came down to. And many people, not just black people, it was primarily black people, but many people saw the commercial and was like, "What the fuck is this? What am I supposed to do with this?" And personally, one, I don't give a two fuck about the Kardashians, Jenners at all. I don't really care who was in there. It I looked at it as if, okay, first of all, I'm not gonna hand nobody this fucking soda to end this protest. That don't make no fucking sense to me. Bitch, if I'm gonna hand you anything, I'm gonna hand you some sweet tea and we gonna call it a day and get up out this bitch.
I hand your ass a brick. Sorry.
But it blew the fuck up over Twitter, over all kinds of media sites, and for right reasons. I think everybody's gripes with the commercial were very valid. One, why is she, someone who didn't even go to the Women's March or really support it, was in this commercial? Two, why she in this fucking wig and all other sort of shit. And it was a really, and Pepsi like sort of sent out a statement, "Oh, we're so sorry that it was interpreted this way. We didn't mean for it to be this way, yada yada yada." But a lot of people were just like, we don't really, we ain't feeling this.
The whole thing on my end was when I saw, because see now, I partake in Black Twitter activities. I'm not proud to say that, but I do. Um, and I got on Twitter that day and I didn't even see the commercial at first. I just saw the picture of the Black woman from, I believe it was, when was that? I think it might have been New Orleans last year. And she was just standing in front of the cops, like kind of like how Kendall was. And then it was Kendall handing off the Pepsi. So I'm kind of confused. I'm like, what the fuck is this? So then when I seen the video, I was just like, Pepsi, you tried it. Like, this literally looks the exact same.
Yeah.
I was just like, my lord.
You're talking about the girl in the long, pretty dress, and she's in front of some cotton. She got like her arms out.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a.
And they were like moving away from her.
Yeah.
It's like kind of too close.
That last shot is what kind of sparked that. So, I ain't. As a person that likes Pepsi, I prefer Pepsi over other cold drinks when I drink them. Y'all tried. You attempted. It was failed horribly, massively, but you attempted. So I guess I can't be all mad. But at the same time, I'm like, you fucked up.
John, did you see the commercial?
Yeah, and Pepsi's retarded. Okay, first of all Pepsi gotta do is take all the old commercials they used to do, have Michael Jackson, just play those. All you need. They ain't gonna make no other commercials. That's all they need, and they're making all the money again. Okay,
And
we don't need this
why
extra.
we have John on this week's episode.
That's crazy. All they gotta do is play one Carlton in it over and over again. I ain't never getting tired of that one. I go buy a Pepsi right now. I don't even drink soda no more.
Same.
Since he brought up Michael Jackson, this is a good segue to what this week's episode is going to be about. So, Lysha, recently, Lysha listened to the uncut version, listened all that good stuff version of PYT.
Yes. Oh my God. Sorry.
You relax.
Sorry. I love Michael.
Okay, who you telling?
And this grew into a topic of discussion of 90s artists and who some of our favorites were. So we're just gonna spend this week talking about them and just reminiscing about some of our favorite 90s, early 2000, like 2001 type artists. So since we already brought it up, Michael Jackson. John, what is your favorite Michael Jackson song?
Let me tell you, I've thought about this, and like, and I had to boil it down, and I was like, yo, I could really mess with Jessica Friends every day. That joint is hitting it. That's a clean song. Stevie Wonder in there too. They was just hitting it in that song, man. And I was like, yeah, I just, like, I was listening to it today. I was listening to it this morning. That's a good song. Hey, go listen to Jessica Friends right now. It's on the Bad album. It's track 5, I think.
For everyone that doesn't know, John is a Michael Jackson connoisseur.
Yes.
You know, I have not met anyone that knows Michael Jackson's discography from top to bottom like John does, and not just even the discography. Michael Jackson's whole like line of fame and stardom, John knows it almost from top to bottom, from start to finish. I've never met somebody. I got parents who swear up and down, oh, we love Michael Jackson. They like 50 something. John about to be 30, and he know more about them than they do. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
Can you give me some credit? I'm about to be 28, thank you. I'm 30. I'm going to be 38.
Okay, 28. But even still, John know more about Michael Jackson than most of the people that grew up listening to Michael Jackson know about Michael Jackson. So it only it
I'm
only
sorry, I'm
felt
not
right.
laughing at this.
Yeah, what you laughing at then?
I'm about to put it in the chat. I'm sorry, you guys. I was doing some lurking for stuff.
Wow.
I ain't got no business doing what she doing. But John know more about Michael Jackson than most people would. Okay, so since I asked John, Lysha, what is your favorite Michael Jackson song?
All right, see now what happened was when I was a child, my favorite Michael Jackson Beat It. If you would ask my mom anything about me, Beat It was my shit, right? But as I grew up and I started to become more and more obsessed, I don't know where my obsession came from. I think it was when but it's between Earth Song and God Bless. Uh is
Are you
it
gonna tell me?
no. Just Can't Stop Loving You. So it's between those two.
Okay, okay, I can rock with that. Um, myself, I I I love Michael Jackson as an artist. Again, my parents are old. I grew up listening to him and Prince, and even then, my brother, who's like 5 years older than me, like introduced me to some of his music. But as I am now, as I've listened to some of his other stuff, I really it's always a tie between uh Care About Us and Do You Remember the Times. And I say Do You Remember the Times because I love the music video for Do You Remember the Times.
Yes. My
That
lord.
that's one of my favorite music videos ever. From current music videos to old school music videos, that is one of my favorite music videos ever. When they come out and they start dancing, that's one of the that's one of my favorite scenes in anything from anything I've ever watched. So we brought this up because the uncut, unreleased version of Pretty Young Thing came out. It's like what 7 minutes long, 9 minutes long.
9 minutes long.
It's like 9 minutes long. If you ain't heard it,
Yeah, link me that.
You
if
said
you
what?
link it to him.
Link it to him. He was the one that posted it. That's how I found it. So post some link.
But if you ain't heard it, you got to go give it a listen to.
And
And
also another good song is in my personal opinion, should have been on the Thriller album. All right. I would have just man, I don't know why they had to cut tracks. I would have put all how many tracks? 100? I would have just had 15 CDs.
you can't just sit here
Look,
and
I
put
would have 15
100.
CDs. Look, there was so many good songs, but there's one song when I got the Thriller special edition, right? And they had like a snippet of it. It was Carousel. That song is so good. So after I heard that little, it was like a minute. I was like, "What the fuck? Where the whole song at?" So I had to go on YouTube look for it. And
No
I
one's
found it. That
just
song is so
putting
good.
100 songs on an album.
Hey, I would.
You're not gonna sit here and be like, "Hey, I'm
Who's
losing
paying
this."
for all of that production, man?
I
Exactly.
would have went. I would have went back in time and paid for
Okay, relax,
it.
relax.
I need all of the songs.
So, since we on the topic, Lysha, who would
Hmm.
you say is your favorite '90s, early 2000 artist?
Why are you asking me questions like um
Because I mean, you're the one that brought this up, so I gotta put you on spot.
listen. All right. So boom. All right. My favorite artist from late 90s, early 2000. All right. So there's two of them, honestly. TLC
Okay.
is one of my favorite girl groups of all time. Down, and if I would have to chop it down even more, I would say Lisa Left Eye Lopez is my favorite artist of all time, period.
Mm-hmm.
Then the second artist is none other than Christopher Maurice Brown, which is where my a lot of people don't know that Lysha Maurice, the Maurice comes from him. I use his middle name instead of my actual last name. So yeah, the story behind Lysha Maurice, Chris Brown. So those are my two favorite artists. You're gonna shut your mouth. Those are my those are the two.
I get
I think he
it.
might be.
So if you really like pay it, I hate him. If you really like pay attention, my name on Twitter is Left Eyes Legacy, and then my @name is Lysha Maurice. I incorporate the two into everything I do on social media.
I get
All right, man.
Okay.
Jesus.
Okay. What would you say your favorite song from that era of music?
My favorite song from that era between the 90s and the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Are You That Somebody by Aaliyah.
Ooh, that is a nice one. That's a
And
nice one.
not only was that on the Dr. Dolittle soundtrack, but it was probably one of the best choreographed videos in that little time frame right there. That 99 2000 time frame. So cuz the video was different, you know? It was like they were in like almost like a cave, but the background of everything was projected and you could tell like it was a projection type thing. And they had the little dance sequence at the end that just ends off the video and everybody has on all black. I used to know that shit beginning to end. And she's another big influence.
Okay. John. Who? But outside of Michael Jackson.
I know. I was thinking. I already know. Like,
Okay.
look, I gotta go with the Beastie Boys, right? Because my dad. Listen, wait. Even though they was before that, I got introduced to the Beastie Boys. My dad got me this cassette. Okay, yes, I'm old. Got me this cassette of Hello Nasty, and I was hooked. All right, Hello Nasty is still the most fire rap album I've ever heard in my life. I don't care what nobody say. Rest in peace, MCA, man. That shit, Intergalactic. What? Sneaking out the hospital? What? Super Disco Breaking? It's over. I gotta listen to it later. The whole thing, all 22 tracks.
This nigga.
They got a song based on me. I don't know because I don't never know nothing. I don't never know what's going on.
This nigga John.
Yeah, that's track 15. Let me check.
You're not gonna know what track number it is. Oh my god.
See.
That's fucking. Oh my god.
Listen.
Track 15.
God bless.
Yeah, boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, look, I ran that cassette. It still worked too.
It still worked. Wait a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
I checked it.
I kid you not, I accidentally was carrying around my immature Watch Me Do My Thing tape for a couple months last year. I actually looked in my purse and I was like, why is this here? And for those of you who don't know, that was the song off of the Good Burger soundtrack that Kel Mitchell, who plays Ed from Good Burger, he was actually featured on that track.
Nice.
So I don't know how the tape got in there. I don't know why the cassette was there and not where it was supposed to be, but I don't blame John. I mean, if it still worked, why not?
God.
My mom still has her Tupac tapes.
And the To Be a Master soundtrack, I got that still on cassette.
Oh my god. All right. That's a really good era music. Oh, okay.
Well, since I mentioned my father, the trailer for the Tupac movie came out.
It did come out. I remember now.
Did I look at the trailer?
I didn't.
I didn't know it came out.
I heard it in the background of one of my websites that I watch like my shows on because I don't watch. I tell y'all all the time I don't watch TV because I don't do commercials. So I heard it playing in the background. I was just like, what the fuck? I'm like, why do I hear California Love? And I looked up at my PlayStation and it was still playing. I didn't know where the fuck it was. And I kind of scrolled around on the screen and then I saw something in the corner. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just let this stay where it's at. And I'm gonna wait for it to come out. And I might go see it.
All right.
Might go see it. Because
Cowboys.
that there's 3 people I don't fuck with. Like there's you can't do it. It's Aaliyah, Left Eye, and Pac. I never watched to this day. I still have not seen that Aaliyah. I haven't, and I won't do it. The TLC movie, still haven't seen it. Won't do it. I just won't do it because I still don't approve of Little Mama playing Left Eye. Like that's just
What? What is she? What?
no. I'm not. I will never
You mean
in my
Romeo?
life.
Why did they pick?
Shut your
no,
mouth!
Bow Wow, hello.
Oh my god, dog. I hate them. Oh my god. Yeah. So you have that, and then I don't know because I feel like his mom was a part of it before she passed. So maybe she had, a lot of input in on the movie. So maybe it'll be good. I know when Notorious came out, Biggie's mom was very, very, very much involved in that. But her and Faith were involved. But the thing about that is they left Kim out. So Kim's portrayal in the movie wasn't accurate.
I didn't really like that either. That was. I don't think the movie was bad, but I think that was definitely something that they could have did better with it.
Yeah, it wasn't accurate. And um what I would like to see out of that era as far as like biopics, I think there's a Nas one coming. I know Snoop is because his is supposed to be like a continuation of Straight Outta Compton. So I would that would be fun to see. Escape is working on theirs. They finally got back together after a million years of not liking each other. And that would be great to see like how they broke up and how Candy and Tiny went off and became Grammy Award winning writers because they wrote No Scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. And then see how Candy went from doing that and now she's on Real Housewives of LA. So that as far as like that era of music, I think that was like the best time in music because everybody had like their own feel and like their own wave. And not everybody was different. Where opposed to music now, everybody sounds the same, everybody's doing the same thing, everybody looks the same.
I was listening to the radio earlier today, mistaken for one,
What
and
is a radio?
someone came on the radio, and I was like, "Is that Janae Aiko?" They're like, "No, some people like." Okay, but like 4 other girls sound like Janae Aiko. No disrespect, because they can all sing, but they all just sound similar. And I think that's
Mm-hmm.
one of the gripes. Like you said, that's one of the gripes I definitely have with a lot of music today. Everything just fucking sound the same. And I know some people are gonna be like, "Yeah, you an old head. You just don't understand." Like,
Mm-hmm.
listen. I get it. Music changes with time, and everything's gonna be different for different people. Fucking, we're not. We're going into a stage of entertainment where it's okay for everyone not to sound the same. It's okay for mumble rap and all that other stuff. And don't get me wrong, that's
Mumble rap
fine.
ain't okay.
And that's fine if you like
Bring back
that.
Slick Rick.
I'm
I hate
tired of
John
you.
so much, and that's fine. I mean, I like us. I like a few mumble rap songs. I'm not even gonna sit here and complain and then whatever. But 2000 music from like 2000 with from let's say 1999 to 2000 nine. We'll say that 10 year that 10 year feel of music. It was, yes, it was a revolving change of different music because that T Pain was popular throughout that time. That like he brought on a new wave of music where everyone was trying to auto tune and people were bad with it, people were good with it. And you know what? No one will ever be as good as T Pain was with it. So
Hey,
that's one thing. And then you still had the traditional R&B. Confessions to this day is still one of the greatest albums to ever come out during that time frame.
You right.
uh Everything Genuine released in the early part of that time frame. I won't say '09 because whatever he released in the late thousands was.
What? What are you trying to say? Last time was a good song.
and there it is. And there it is.
Not last time. Last chance.
Look at it. You don't even know the. See, was it really that good? Don't know the name, huh? Crazy.
I mm, but early 2000s Genuine was good. Late
Yeah, that's when he first
2000s
came out.
Genuine was decent. But again, at the same time, you had a lot of other competition during that time. 'Cause that's when Chris Brown was really picking up steam. Trey
You
Songz was
still
really.
win. What time? What time? What year are you talking about?
I'm talking like from like '05 up. I'm not saying that he
Oh,
won.
because I said 09. I was about
No,
to
no,
say,
no, no, no,
what?
no, no, no. I'm not talking like, yes, Chris Brown was very popular in the 2000s. That's a very good statement to make. But as far as when he really picked up steam to like hit to where he got to, where he was at like his highest, '05 up is when that really happened. That's my personal opinion.
Yes,
And
that is
again,
fact.
yes. And then you had, when did when did Trey Day come out?
Trey Day came out
I
in
want to say 10.
07?
That sound about right. '07, '08, because I
Yes,
think I was in high school when it came out.
because Ready came out in 09.
Yes. So you had
Because
that.
that's back. See, and that's another thing too. That's back then when artists, it was in their contract that they had to release albums every 2 years.
Yes.
Now you can just release an album whenever the fuck you feel like it, and I
Yes.
don't think that that's
Mm-hmm.
okay because if you're getting an album every 2 years to your fan base,
That's
then you're it's steady and you're
yes.
popping and people are not forgetting about you. Now you got people that take year breaks and think that they Beyonce can just pop the fuck back up and be like, we don't know you.
Like it was. I don't want to say that's when R&B was at its best, but it was definitely a point in music where R&B was just solid all the way through. As you and I both know, Lysha,
Mm-hmm.
Day 26,
Yes.
fucking wonderful, love
August
it.
26, 2008.
Will never forget both of them albums. And before P Diddy fucked it up, they were loved.
Yeah.
But that's P Diddy, so whatever fuck he wanna do. But my point is music, R&B, not just music in general, not just even R&B, because rap,
I don't feel like R&B is a genre anymore.
yes, it nowadays it's. I couldn't name you a R&B artist that came out recently besides.
You can't.
If you see that long pause, I can't. We got Bryson Tiller.
Who?
And there it is. The boy too
I'm
shy
not
to
even
be
trying to be funny.
remembered.
I know you're not. We
That boy is
got
actually too shy to be remembered.
Tory Lanez with,
Daddy. His little short ass.
and then you got
But see, that's the thing though. Before the new Toronto and Chinks tape like hit, I've been listening to Tory Lanez. Like, see, and that's another thing too. YouTube is an amazing place. Like, it
is.
really is. Especially when you watch like certain, like when you're subscribed to certain people, because like I watch a lot of Canadian YouTubers and they have been putting niggas on to artists like Jacoy and Tory Lanez and stuff like that way before like they hit mainstream. Same thing with like Why is my fave's name blanking right now? LA. You know, he's listen, Latoya for fucking ever. Just her intros and outros were some of the reasons why I was put onto the music that I enjoy now. And I feel like people should like give these new R&B cats a chance, because it's like, oh, they're not talking about sex. Why the fuck should we listen?
Wow.
Shit. And it's not okay, because you have artists like John Legend still out here. Granted, people don't really fuck with him like that because of the type of R&B music that he makes. But it's what R&B is supposed to be.
Yes.
Yes.
And like you said, I think that's why it's so hard for people to really get into it now. Not just even like to get into the R&B game, but to listen to it, because nowadays if it ain't about a certain topic, nobody gonna listen to it. So I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I want to go back to that time frame where it was okay to sing about anything that you wanted to think about, but I want this new era of thought to not be present.
Yeah, because you know nowadays everybody's shitters and perverts, so you know
Oh.
they don't respect the classics.
I
G,
can't
right?
stand that.
They're all perverts and weirdos.
I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm definitely a weirdo. I'm definitely a pervert to a certain margin of people.
Me too, but I'm good with the classics, right?
And I think that's the thing. See, I can't even say the argument that, oh, we were all raised around households that played old school R&B. That's why we a little bit. But that's a little bit true. We also really open minded to different type of music. Between me and John alone, I know good and well we definitely listen to stuff that's not the typical American music.
Yes.
And I know Lysha do too, to a degree. So it's a little bit different with us, because we're willing to be like, okay, I'll give you a listen. If I like you, I like you. If I don't, oh well, who gonna really care? And you don't really get that nowadays. It's a more of a, I want to listen to this type of thing. If it ain't this, I don't want to listen to it. And I don't. Go ahead.
I just want people artist names. Like, what happened to normal names? Like, honestly, keep it funky with you. Your name is what will make me listen to you. Period. If your name is something doo-doo trash, I'm going to compare that to your music. I don't care.
Okay,
Sorry.
but
yeah, so your name ain't Riff Raff, huh?
I hate him.
Peach Panther.
Okay, but to be fair, Tiptoeing in My Jordans was a good song.
That is my joint. Look.
Wait,
also,
that's his song?
That's his song.
Oh my! I thought that was somebody black.
That's his song.
Oh, Riff Raff. That's my nigga from G's to Gents. If y'all don't know about G's, I need you to get your childhood together, because that's what MTV fucking lit. Oh my god. Let Jesus be offense.
Oh my god, this man. See, I had forgot all about Riff Raff into this conversation, but I will never forget. I will never forget Tiptoeing in My Jordan. That was that was a good song.
Yeah.
And for a minute, it was all people listened to. And I think that also plays a part in it, because of Vine and all these other medias where people make all these comedy skits and people use certain musics and we think it's funny. We are more likely to go look up that song. Like, what was that song in that video called?
Nigga, did you think Yachty became a fucking?
Can we not talk about fucking?
Sorry.
It ain't even okay. I'm finna go and get this out the air. I don't have No, I'm lying to myself. I have issues with music
Popcorn
artists.
artist.
Music artists have come out I say, as they weren't already known to a degree. I have an issue with this year's XL freshman and last year's XL freshman.
Yes.
Not all of them, because I can vibe with Yachty. I can vibe with Uzi for a little bit. I will never vibe with X. No.
And there it is.
No.
See, and the thing about that whole thing too with X is that X was introduced to me in our server last year.
Yes.
Around this time last year, because if you really think about it, I made the server back in March. Jalen brought X to our attention in like what? Around this time, maybe May.
Yes.
So being that now everybody's on his ass is just like, are y'all serious right now? Like, really? Y'all had a whole year.
That's why I said this year's and last year, because it's really weird, because we were in, like, I knew of X before all this happened. I knew of 21 Savage before all this happened. I knew of Young M.A. before all this happened. Like, it was really weird. But a lot of them, I'm just like, okay. I see why people listen to you. I'm not going to be one of them people. You do you, and that's fine. But I can't sit here and listen to you like the way these other people do. I can't do it. And I think all the three of us get a hell of a lot of flack from our quote unquote friends, because we get called old heads all the time.
Especially me.
Especially John.
Because I am old.
Because there was a particular time where people were dropping 20 like X and 21 in the server, and they were like, oh yeah, you gotta listen to this and this and this, and we sat there and we were like, this is no. I sat here and they'll played. What did he play? I don't even remember what he played, but it was awful. He played Water by
Ugly God.
Ugly God, and I just sat here and I was like,
Chip, chip.
and literally the sound I made, I was like, and I just didn't say nothing. And he was like, what's the matter? I was like, I'm not. I got to like halfway through the song and I was like, what is even happening here? What's going on? What's really happening? And it led to this whole debate, and we were basically called, oh, y'all just a bunch of old heads. Y'all won't give nobody new a chance, but...
You know what? The thing about that whole incident, can we address the incident to run it up? I got called out that night when my mic wasn't even the fuck on. Somebody else said something in regards to that conversation. Mind you, I wasn't paying attention because my TV was a smooth 50 and I was watching YouTube videos because that's what the fuck I do. I watch YouTube videos all day long. And literally someone made a noise after the song played or something, and I was immediately targeted. And I was just like, I turned my mic on, like I was about to cry, like I was so fucking mad. I was just like, nigga, I'm not even talking. What, you have not heard my voice in the last 30 minutes. And if I was gonna say something about your trash ass music, I wouldn't have been like, I would have made no noise like that. I would have been like, yo, let me holler at you for a second. This ain't the wave, you know? I would have gave you actual words. I wouldn't have made it sound. I think sound.
And from that conversation, it eventually led to us having basically this conversation of what is considered new school now to old school to us, which ain't technically really old. And I'm just sitting there like, I can't vibe to this. There's nothing about this. Again, like I said, I can vibe with Yachty. I can vibe with Uzi.
Yeah, I can definitely fuck.
I don't really care about designer no more. Lysha,
Hey!
I said what I said and I meant what I meant. And there's some people on this current except freshman list that I can vibe to. And I'm just like, this right here, whatever the fuck I just heard, I can't get jiggy with this shit.
All right, Friday.
But yeah, I don't. It's really weird because we're not really that much older than the ones that were playing the music, and I'm just like, is this really that kind of? Except for John, is this really that disconnect that's happening right now that I have with my parents when they play the old J's and stuff when I was like 14? I'm like,
And the thing that's but the fucked up part about it is it's only 3 years. We're only 3 years older than them.
And that's exactly. So I'm trying to figure out where.
That's the problem.
Okay, I'm 25 years older than everyone.
All right, push
And so I have sat here and tried to go, when did the disconnect happen? What happened to where I was no longer feeling or vibing with the stuff that was new and popular and that everybody listened to? Because again, mumble rap I can get, and I eventually got to the source. It when Future first started hitting the scene. I couldn't really fuck with Future. I was like, I don't know what the fuck he's saying to me. I can't do anything with this. Tony Montana used to go. That's all. That's, when I first heard the song, that's all I ever heard when I listened to it. I was like, what the fuck is this? But now the Future has grown to me. I actually like Future as an artist. If nobody else currently be working hard, it'd be Future, because Future always putting out shit.
He pay his child support.
Hey, look, listen. He got to pay child support, and now that shit, he got to put out 2 more albums, like almost back to back. Look, he going through some tough times. But anyways,
yeah.
Like it took me a minute, but I could get with it, and I feel like that's what's gonna have to happen with X in 21. I hope not. I hope it don't get to the point where God forbid, again, I have to turn on the radio and I'm just like, I have to sit here and listen to this, and it either grow on me or it don't. But I feel like that's what's happening.
See, now I'm gonna keep it 100. Now, when last year, when Z and 21 and all of them niggas brought to my attention, I was just not giving no. But then one night, I believe it was Hermit. He came in the call, and this nigga was silent. Now, this nigga usually don't just come and call and just sit there with his fucking mic on and not say anything. And he put in the chat, and he was like, "Yo, I'm listening to Uzi, and this shit bump." I was like, "All right, so," and we kind of got this like the same sort of taste in music. So I was like, "All right, so I'm gonna give it a chance." So I put 21 Savage, whatever was on Apple Music. I put all that on my phone, all of Uzi on my phone, and this is at the time when I was 6 a.m. shifts at work. So I had from 6 a.m. to 8 o'clock to just listen to music and work. Uzi came on. I was like, "Ooh, who this?" Right? So I was like, "All right, cool." 21 came on. I was like, "Nah, get this demon." Like, I really felt like I needed to go to church. Like, I couldn't do it. I had to cleanse my soul after a while. Like, I didn't know what was happening. So I did at least give them a try. And 21 wasn't for me. Kodak had that one song. I didn't even end up listening to that till after I came from back in May. Because for a while last year, as far as like music going back to the beginning of the show with what I said, I was literally listening to a lot of Shizzy. So I had, because you guys know I got Demigod early. So
just bragging.
I got Demigod like an hour and a half early. So I was listening to that back to back frequently, and then I would go back to like Chuck Fizzy volumes 1, 2, and 3, Act 6. I never really got into animated, so to me that era of his music wasn't for me. That's kind of like when I kind of like pushed away from like the scene, like his fan base and everything. So some of like these artists now reminds me of that era of his music.
I wish you could see my face right now and this fake
I
ass
know.
face I'm making to these comments because I just.
Like,
But
so I was just like, no. I wasn't
it would, in
at that
time.
point
Who
in
knows?
time.
Maybe this will all change. Who knows? I hope. I hope Kendrick hit me with some fire April 14th. That's all I want right now. But what's
Mm,
up? What's up? Go ahead. Finish your statement.
I need for, the guy I was just talking about
Oh, boo! Shut up.
act like he did a song with Kendrick Lamar and
Relax. It's fine. You're fine. No.
own it, own it. Let's pop it, let's pop it, let's pop it, let's pop it. I'm sorry.
All right.
But John,
Huh?
I have a Michael Jackson question.
Uh-oh.
So, first of all, fuck Conrad Murray.
That's what I'm saying. I'm haunting him first. If I go before him, I'm on the way to his house.
What do you think would have come from the This Is It tour after it was over?
Some fucking fire. See that boy when he hit that podium, he was like, "This is it, nigga." All right. All Sony get for my ass, because after I'm done, I'm buying that shit. It's gonna be mine. Right? The boy already owns 50% of the company, so it's all conspiracy theories all over the place. And when he was leaving, he was taking the other half with him, and it was gonna be straight fire from henceforth. Even when that boy said, you know, yeah, I understand this because in the Ebony interview, he was like, he wasn't gonna be out here on stage 70 years old. He wasn't doing it. So it was just gonna be straight just flames. Just not even like the regular orangey red. It was gonna be straight blue flames.
All right. So from the This Is It tour, was it only going to be in the UK or was he going to bring that to the US as well?
There was a lot of sketchy shit going on with that, because he say one thing and they say another thing. It was like he was like 50 shows, but then they say 100 shows. So she was kind of sketchy. So I don't know. I feel like he would have brought it over
Conrad
here.
Murray. So they planted Conrad Murray
Yeah, that
in the
dumbass.
situation
Okay, relax.
to do
Relax.
the bullshit.
Relax.
They failed Michael
It
and
was a
took him
setup.
away from. All right. They brought Conrad Murray in there to fuck up
You know
some
there were
shit
people
and bring
in my
us the
school
bullshit.
that made rip Michael Jackson shirts like they were family. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, bitch, you ain't no, you ain't no Michael. Get this fucking shirt. People were in school crying. I'm talking students. They were in school crying
I
like.
had Michael Jackson notebooks
I was like,
my freshman year of high school.
nigga, wait a minute.
Sophomore year, I'm
You
sorry.
acting like your uncle just passed or something. You don't know Michael.
I do.
Okay, relax, John.
I got to know to that music. Hello, you know, every song touched me personally. All right, all of them.
Crazy.
I don't know what you thought this was, G.
Well, since we're coming close on time, John,
Huh?
the main reason we brought you back here today is
Oh,
because
gosh.
there's a story that you have to tell us. There's a story you have to tell us, sir.
Look, man. Look.
I only know Too Long didn't read either. I need the whole thing.
Look. Well, I was like fresh out of high school, right? Like after I graduated high school, I went straight into this art school, like that October. And what was it? I ended up taking like this late intro to graphic design class. It was like a 609. And I met this girl, right? At the time, how was I? I was like 17? Yeah. And she was a decent amount of years older than me. But I still like initiated conversation because I was like, yo, October almost over anyway. My birthday was like the next month, so it'd have been all good. And so we was talking or whatever, and it was like we was getting kind of close. But hindsight is 2020. Oh my gosh. it's just so much like stuff. Like if I could go back, I'll be like, yo, don't do that. You don't gotta do that. Oh my gosh. Look. Fast forward a few, was it weeks? Yeah, I say weeks. Yeah. Buying her food. I ain't buying nobody food. All right. I wouldn't even buy my twin brother food if I had one.
Oh, what?
So I'm buying her food. I'm helping her with like projects or whatever. We was in the same it was a photo editing class. Like I damn near did the whole project for her. So I did my project and then I did hers, essentially. Like she drew whatever and I just like edited it in the photo. And then it come to like breaks, you know how some of those schools they got them like little lounges. So I'm chilling and then she would just like sleep on me.
Nice and comfy.
She was like, can I it was weird at first. I was like, what? She was like, can I sleep on you until my next class? I was like, huh? I wasn't gonna say no.
God bless.
She was looking good. Yo, she's just looking good, man. And all my group of friends over there, they thought we was like together. I was like, but they would like joke around. They were like, I'm gonna tell so and so. Like, what? You don't get out of here. But I was crushing on her bad boy. Let me tell you. Dang. But then I found out. How did I find out? I think somebody told me. And let's just say, in the words of my good friend Tourette's guy, that just means she likes what I like. All right, man. If you need to decode that, if you need to decode it, or
Whoa! What?
So I was like, huh? Then what was all this extra going on? So I was still persistent. Like back then, I was a little more
naive,
resilient.
Yes, I was gonna say stupid. As soon as I found that out, I should have been like, oh, you know what? Hey, hey, what was that from Action League Now? That doctor? I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do.
Okay, relax.
I should have pulled that. But I kept, I couldn't stay. I kept going, man. What was it? One night, we used to like text like on a regular. And one night she was like, why don't you call me? And I was like, And back then I wasn't talking to nobody on the phone. I wasn't even trying to talk to my own mother on the phone. So it was a struggle. And then an incident occurred because you can't fool with your family. Cousin took the phone from me.
God bless.
Took the phone right from me. Dialed the number. I was like, what are you doing? I wanted to strangle them, right? I've never wanted to strangle somebody so bad in my life. Okay? Then she got mad and she was like, "Your whole family could call me, but you can't." I was like, "Oh, wait a minute, bro. Wait, hold on." So you know, and I called back, and then some other girl answered the phone. Told me, "What you do talking about girlfriend?" I say, bye." And I hung up, and that was it. It was over. It was a wrap. It was finished. It was done.
So wait, when did the message come through? Come about?
Huh? Oh, that was. Whew, that was an old. You know, that message. That message.
Till this day, still pisses me off.
Look, wait. Yo, if I can go back in time, oh, let me tell you, that wouldn't exist. Yo, just know she was definitely on my top 16, my top 32, my top 40. Let me stop. But
MySpace.
look, I don't know. Yo, that message, I still can't read it. Everybody else can read it, but I can't look at it. I can't get through the first sentence. There's too many A's. Oh my god!
See, this story is always wild for me to hear because
what was I doing?
Because this John and that John are like two totally different people.
I hate him. Look, man.
It's two totally different people.
I ain't typing no essay to nobody, man.
John was confident. He was kind of confident.
I don't know where that came from. I look exactly the same. I was just bald.
John, it's so weird because John is always in call going like, I want to die. And I'm like,
I was young and reckless, I guess.
And I'd be like, John, it's okay. It's gonna get better. Of course, we make jokes about existential crises all the time. I'm pretty sure I said I want to die like 2 days ago. I didn't really mean it, but I talk to that John almost every day. And then there's this John that was like, oh man, she feeling me. I'm feeling her. I ain't never heard John say somebody feeling him, except for his cousins when they come in and poke at him like he's some silly putty. I don't never hear that. It's wild to hear his story. I just like, oh my god.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I was fresh out of high school, ain't know how to act. I got into this art school. Ain't know how to act. I don't know. Too much confidence. I got blown away. I learned my lesson. Don't talk to girls ever again.
Okay, relax.
No.
Relax.
That's not how that works. No, that's not how that works.
I got blown all the way back. That's what I get.
But anyway, we're coming right up around
9 years ago.
God bless John. God bless. 9 years ago, I was 12.
Was that 08?
Oh,
old as hell.
Ooh.
I was a fucking freshman.
Well, I was a freshman.
No, I was in 9th grade. I was about to be a freshman. Yeah. But anyways, we are coming up on time. Any closing statements from you all?
Do you want to make that announcement?
That's what?
The surprise.
What surprise?
That's crazy.
The thing that we're doing this summer.
Oh, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. So.
Nope.
What?
So, what we're doing this summer.
What am I hearing?
Okay. This summer, as you guys heard on last week's episode, we're forcing Slur to bring back the pool party.
Good, because I missed looking at the water. I was going to get in.
So, with that being said, hopefully we can get all of the original cast members back. Chinios doesn't approve of all 10 of us, but you know,
Hopefully we can do
I
that.
want the record to be made that John was not an original pool party member.
So
Well,
what? He's still a part of the
So
cast.
So you don't want me-
if he gonna be there, that mean the other one ain't got to be there.
wait,
Oh
who?
wow.
Wait, who?
God
I'm just
bless.
saying.
Wait,
Look,
what other one?
So
Wait,
this summer,
I'll
go
just
ahead and
Mr.
DM me it.
I'm
the
Mr.
pool
Reunion.
party
Oh,
podcasts are going to be together for a week in Orlando, Florida.
and there it is.
There will be vlogs.
Hey, bring me up on a Skype call.
There will be
What?
there will be live episodes.
Go ahead and print out a picture of my
Hopefully.
face and put it up.
And you guys are gonna get 2 live episodes of Let's Talk Real Talk from me and Tina.
I ain't approving none of this except for the last one. I ain't approving
So
the last one.
you guys be on the lookout for that. I'm pretty sure Slur. Well, I'm gonna be vlogging. I'm not sure if Slur is gonna be vlogging. He said he is, but you know,
Hey,
you never know what's
Get on a
going.
cardboard cutout of like my profile.
Okay,
Like,
John.
and just carry it around and be like, yo, he.
We go.
We
get the-
invited you.
What
You
happened?
can come.
But I'm poor. I spent all my money on that phone.
That boy got a 7+.
Broke now. I thought we had some money, but nah.
I didn't get my allowance this month either, so.
Cause I'll let you look at the phone. How about that?
You got games on your phone?
I got Neko Atumi on there.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
y'all. As always, you can find us all at our respective Twitter handles. Make sure you follow us for more information in the coming months, because I'm pretty sure we'll be tweeting quite a bit about our vacation to Orlando. Again, we are on YouTube and SoundCloud now. We're waiting on, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're waiting on one other platform to come back to us.
Yes. Just know if you guys start hearing ads doing shit. I'm
But
just saying.
yes. Thank you, John, for coming back. Even though you left for like 5 minutes, I saw that. I saw that microphone go
Nice
silent.
mute.
On mute, I saw it. But I thank you for coming back and telling us your story. It's
Not a
always
problem.
nice.
It was a struggle, but I got through it.
With that being said, this has been another episode of Let's Talk Real Talk. We will see y'all again in a week. Goodbye.
Bye.
Coons.